China, now a young woman of 17 years of age. Opening her floor routine with a very strong double back somersault. Chosen very dramatic music now. Preparing for her second tumbling pass. 1.5 twists to a double twist. And back down the diagonal with another beautiful round off to a leap.
Peggy, it's obvious the Chinese have improved their choreography over the years, and this is quite a dynamic performance.
Very much improved performance from the Chinese, working well with their music, the expression, the feeling, and very good use of the music with the choreography. Nice little move from a young lady in the corner, preparing for her last tumbling run. See, she has a mat in the corner of that floor. Will that be a deduction?
It certainly could be, Peggy. We must check the rules that apply to this particular competition, but I'd say she's favouring that ankle.
How about the technical committee? 9-4-5.
To perform 2 vaults in this all-around competition, the best of those vaults counting towards their all-around score. Michelle hails from Perth, Western Australia, an experienced international for Australia. Round off. Yushchenko full twist. That's a competent landing.
Stronger. 9-4-2-5 for the girl who was 7th at the Commonwealth Games.
And let's have a look at the first of the Romanian competitors, Isabela Lacatus, on the balance beam. Beginning with a superb move. Very original choreography. She'll be well rewarded for the judges for that move. Romania, a very strong nation, ranking 2nd in the world in women's gymnastics. And we're seeing a member of the Romanian national team.
We should expect big things from these ladies tonight, as demonstrated by that excellent acrobatic series, flicked to 2 layout step-outs, and she nailed it solid.
And the required leap series, a bit low on those leaps, but a very small deduction.
The Romanians known for their composure and their tough-mindedness in competition. And we'll see that reflected here in the routine. She's very sure of herself. All movements completed with exactness. Her next acrobatic series here. Corbett salto.
The girls now are allowed to have that concentration before a difficult acrobatic series. Well-landed routine from Isabela.
Good. 9.65.
And on vault now for see what happened here. It was a very strong approach. Forward approach to the horse handspring. Seemed like plenty of rotation. She's just opened a little early for that landing. The pressure on Kylie Shadbolt here. This second vault must count. Handspring, 1.5 front. Oh, no problem. That's the
right on the second vault, and
Stovbchataya from the Soviet Union. The 17-year-old choosing to mount from the high bar. There's her Kachev straddle. Very unique element here. Stole to handstand. Straight away changed to the low bar. The gymnast required to move to the low bar twice during their routine. Another full twist. Moving through handstand, giant swing, preparing for dismount, double pike solo. Oh, excellent routine. A very solid landing from...
That is a good start from the...
Now on floor exercise, Elodie Lassac of France.
And isn't she typical of the French competitors? Always small in stature, and we expect them to be very fast and dynamic.
And I think we'll see that here, Peggy, with the first tumbling pass. Pull in double solo. A fairly secure landing.
There was a little... like a little firecracker with most of their leaps and their tumblings. Double pivot, fell out of that slightly, but a very difficult move.
That's an interesting combination for a second tumbling pass. Full twist into front salt, and then she continued tumbling forward. Certainly a recent innovation in women's gymnastics where they're combining forward tumbling and backward tumbling.
And using her small stature to perform like a little girl on floor. But certainly with very adult moves.
And she certainly is little, Peggy. It's only 1.38 meters, and she weighs 30 kilograms only.
Moving for the total length she can get on her final tumbling pass. Double back somersault in the pike position. Elodie Lussac of France.
Creative energy is Elodie Lussac.
Joanna Hughes of Australia, Australia's youngest international performer. Yushchenko vault, round off. Oh, beautiful height. Just one step there on landing.
Plenty to high school, but no
of Romania. And we always look forward to the Romanian floor routines, their choreography, their difficult tumbling, and their expression.
Peggy, first tumbling pass here. Round off flick-flack, full in double salto, well landed.
The Romanians very, very active in their choreography, never using every second of the music. Even in the corners when they're preparing for their tumbling runs.
It's important during these floor exercise routines that the gymnast uses every part of the floor area. We saw her second tumbling pass there, finishing with a very difficult double somersault. The Romanians certainly very expressive. Their movement definitely suits the character of the music. A very good handstand pirouette. Now these routines tonight are being judged out of 9.6 points, with an additional 0.4 being given as bonus for exceptional level work. The Romanians are certainly capable of that. Last tumbling pass, double back, slightly cowboyed the legs there. A very strong routine.
Going to get a good mark. 9.
Joanna Hughes from Australia, certainly the greatest gymnastic prospect we've seen in many years. Watch this routine, a sky-high Delchev somersault. Joanna hails from Victoria, and this is only her second major international event. Full twisting double salto, excellent routine. She's our...
With maturity, 9.8.
We pick up Ludmila Stovbchataya of the Soviet Union on the balance beam. Certainly the women's most difficult piece of apparatus. Executing a leap with full amplitude, no worries at all.
On beam, the gymnasts are required to link acrobatic movements with gymnastic and dance elements. The gymnasts are required to show at least one acrobatic series. Here's one now. Flick-flack. Full twisting Corbett salto. Very difficult to spot that and land.
An interesting and an original piece of choreography on the beam.
What's interesting there, Peggy, is the girls must show movements high above the beam and low to the beam, and she certainly satisfied that requirement.
Satisfied it with originality, and that's most important. Full pivot with total confidence.
At this stage, a very assured performance. She's only got to complete a dismount now. The beam 5 meters long. The gymnast generally uses the entire length to build up speed for a very high dismount. Here it is, round off. Full twist, double back salto, low landing, but that's the most difficult.
There'll be few scores better than that on the beam tonight.
And now on bars, Michelle Telfer, the Perth student who trains at the Western Australian Institute of Sport, team member of our successful Commonwealth Games team, Working very strongly here. The girls required to show 10 movements in their routines, but they must use both bars. Kachev release, one release must be shown by the girls. She's demonstrated two. There's an original movement, double back salto, a good routine. The Australians can do no wrong here tonight. She'll be pleased with that.
And Michelle Telfer, the bronze medalist on the bars at Commonwealth Games and the silver medalist on the bars at Pacific Alliance, and still improving.
We'll see why here. Here's her Kachev release. A requirement on this uneven bars apparatus, but now she demonstrates an original movement. A movement taken from men's high bar. There's the double back somersault with just that one step on landing. A great routine.
And talking there with Julianne Monaco, Michelle would be happy. 9.75.
And the next competitor on floor is Lavinia Milosovici of Romania. And again, we hope to see some good choreography, excellent tumbling, and wonderful expression.
It's interesting to note that the girls tend to choose traditional music from their home nation, and this certainly has a European flavour to it. Oh, excellent job. Whip salto through to full in double back. Possibly one of the strongest tumbling passes seen by the women here tonight.
Beautiful amplitude in the leap. And even though those movements don't have any specific value, they just add to the routine and give that gymnast that extra 0.1 and 0.2.
Yes, the choreography is very important, Peggy, and we see from these international gymnasts the best choreography that they can be shown. That's an interesting movement, a little side somersault. Preparing for a third tumbling pass now. Generally, the gymnasts tumble down the diagonal of the 12-metre square as they have the greatest distance to complete their tumbling movements. Round off, back handspring, double salto, very solid landing. This was a composed performance tonight.
Floor.
To bars, Kylie Shadbolt of Australia. Kylie is very strong in this event. Straddle mount over the low bar, straight to the high bar. Girls required to show 10 elements. There's her first release. But look for the second. Here it is. Oh, beautiful Belchev somersault. Back to the low bar. The girls must touch that low bar twice during performance. Giant circles, very clean so far. Good rhythm, double salto. Oh, magnificent. What a fine routine.
2.5.
To the vault for Yangbo of China. Again perform the Yuroshenko with full twist. Just
spectacular on floor, Ludmila Stovbchataya of the Soviet Union. And what a colorful leotard, and I'm sure we'll see a colorful floor routine.
Ludmila, 17 years of age and hails from Odessa. Soviets known for their strong tumbling. Here's the first pass. Round off, flick back, double layout salto. Beautifully performed. Often seen performed by the men, but here by one of the strong Soviet performers tonight.
Again, using the ethnic music. Very popular and very crowd-pleasing.
She certainly knows how to sell this routine. And that's evident here with this handstand walk. Great choreography.
Now that's all original choreography. That's fantastic.
But this isn't surprising, as the Soviets have been dominant in gymnastics, but particularly so on floor exercise, where their choreography, their dance is always exceptional. Second tumbling pass, whip salto, double pike. Oh, no problems there. This is equal to any floor routine you're likely to see anywhere in the world.
And Ludmila certainly could be one of their team members at the next World Championship.
Just one tumbling pass to go now. Round off, back handspring, full in back salt. She's used two of the highest difficulty movements, one at the beginning of the routine.
Milosovici on the floor.
Here in replay, the Yuroshenko round off onto the board, back handspring to the horse, layout somersault with full twist. And that was a solid performance.
9.925. That's easily the best score on the vault, and that confirms Milosovici in top place in the third rotation.
And the next competitor on floor is Irina Golub of the Soviet Union.
A very dramatic start to this routine. Again, an excellent choice of music. The music must match the movement of the gymnast. First tumbling pass, whip salto, pull in, double back salto.
Superb beginning. Fulfilling the requirements with leaps, with the handstand pivot, but with just that slight difference which makes it original.
This young lady has a definite presence, and it suits this dramatic nature of this floor routine. Second tumbling pass there, finishing with a full twisting back salto. The floor routine must not last longer than 1 minute 30 seconds. Last tumbling pass, double salto. Well performed, a solid performance.
She's still an outside chance for a medal if she's...
On bars, the Chinese Cup gold medalist, Li, only 14 years of age. Oh, beautiful. There's a unique movement. They're inverted giant swings taken from men's horizontal bar, but here seen for the first time in the world on uneven bars. Two releases in this routine. Sky-high Kachev, now preparing for dismount. Look at the speed of these swings. Double salto. Oh, magnificent. Just the smallest hop on landing.
And 9.9, a fitting reward for a unique routine from Li.
Very special gymnast, Yang Bo of China. Yang Bo took the gold medal in this event at the inaugural Australian Grand Prix in 1989. Watch for these sky-high releases, trademarks of the Chinese girls. Beautiful Jaeger somersault there. Excellent rhythm so far on the routine. Full twisting giant swing. Double salto. Oh, just lacked that sureness in landing.
That strap left ankle was up.
20-meter run. Another Yushchenko vault. Oh, nice vault. Plenty of height there for that landing.
Yes, you'll rarely see a Yushchenko done better. Can better that.
And Milosovici of Romania up on the uneven bars. Coach standing in, just as a little added safety for these high-flying releases. Good rhythm at this stage. There it is. Ginga salto, legs were slightly apart. Gymnast must move to the low bar. Beautiful composition at this stage. There's the second release. Girls only required to show one release on uneven bars. But at this level of competition, we've come to expect 2 or 3. Full twisting double salto. Great routine.
The gold medal performance, 9.825.
And Tracy Gibbs of Australia on bars. Tracy, a strong performer on this event, mounting straight to the high bar. Kachev straddle. The girls required to show 10 elements. Exclusively a swing. Oh, a beautiful second release. Good rhythm at this stage. A slight pause there in the caster handstand. There's that unique Schomel movement taken from men's high bar. Sky-high double somersault. What a good routine.
To the apparatus final. Great routine.
Yang Bo of China. Yang, a finalist in this event at World Championship level. And also the gold medalist on beam at the first Australian Grand Prix.
Yang Bo, one of the most accomplished and innovative competitors on balance beam, starting with a planche into a leap. Confident, poised, and graceful.
First tumbling series, that's interesting. Oh, beautifully performed. A one-arm back handspring into 2 layout back somersaults.
Fantastic work from Yang Bo. The presentation, in particular, if we look, she works on her toes, and she points the toes all the time. Everything is finished. Magnificent blind leap.
Excellent change of tempo on this routine. And that just adds to the quality of the performance. Here's another, very difficult. We expected a tumbling series there, but she performed a full twisting courbet, one of the most difficult acrobatic movements on balance beam.
Again, speeding up the tempo with simple steps, but again, difficult on a balance beam.
Dismount double solo. She's got to land. Oh, great job. Great job indeed.
In the World Cup, 9.
And Monique Allen of Australia on floor exercise. Her last apparatus tonight. Monique's maturity will be well seen here. First tumbling pass, whip solo through the double back. No problem at all for Australia's best gymnast.
And Monique, so elegant, so beautiful, and just performing as a true seasoned competitor. No worries about pressure at all.
And we'll see that here in a second tumbling pass. The second of 3. Oh, beautiful. 1.5 twisting back salt punch front. Actually a new movement for Monique, and there we see a 1 3/4 front somersault. Those are movements she's only added in the last 12 months, and when you consider her age, she's still improving at 19 years of age.
An amazing feat for a young woman. It's very difficult to keep improving in gymnastics as you get older and older.
When you consider that Monique has to compete against girls 4 and 5 years her junior, it's even a more remarkable feat that she keeps performing at this high international level.
And still #1 in Australia.
Absolutely. No problems with the routine so far. Last tumbling pass. Round of flick flag, double back soldo. Well landed. The girls must only show 1 pass with 2 solos, but Monique has shown 2. What a beautiful routine.
Gallon, that could almost be enough to force a way into the...
Lacatus of Romania. Romanians noted for their dynamic swinging bars routine. Kachev straddle. Returns to the low bar. Excellent use of full twisting circles on the low bar. The speed of the Romanians' work is certainly well done indeed. The speed of the
7.5.
Very high tumbling and strong tumbling.
Joanna is just 13 years of age. First tumbling pass, full twisting double somersault. She's the youngest girl in Australia to perform that very difficult tumbling pass.
Beautiful amplitude on those leap series.
I think that's a hallmark of hers, Peggy. All of her work is so dynamic. The music reflects that. Here's the second tumbling pass. Round off, flick flack, whip back, double solo. Oh, plenty of room. Spotted that landing. What a tremendous young competitor for Australia. She's out to impress the judges tonight.
So calm and so confident in the work she does. She just attacks routines. Joanna's currently ranked 3rd in Australia.
And very deserving of that position, considering she is so young, has just earned her place in the national team this year. Last tumbling pass now. Everything rests with a solid landing on this tumbling pass. Round off, flick flack, double soldo. Oh, excellent. No problem at all for Joanna Hughes of Australia.
The crowd at Chandler really...
And now on bars, Julianne Monaco of Australia. This is one of Julianne's stronger events, mounting straight away into a Jaeger somersault. Second release, beautifully performed. 2 Jaeger somersaults. The girls only required to show 1 release on bars. We've seen 2 in this routine. Full twisting giant swing, no problems here for Julianne. Giant swings double solo. She's got to stick it. Oh, great routine. Another
7.5 for Julianne Monaco.
And isn't it appropriate that the last routine is her best apparatus, and the first person in Australia to win a gold medal on this event was Kylie Shadbolt.
And that was at the first Australian Grand Prix 1989 here in Brisbane.
And she'll be out to try and win it again.
First tumbling pass, full twisting double salto, a little low on landing, but still an excellent performance.
What I enjoy about Kylie's work on floor is not only her difficulty, but it's her presentation. Look at the expression that she gives to her floor routine.
She really does sell this routine, and that's appreciated by both judges and audience alike. Second tumbling pass, this routine is chock-a-block with difficulty. Double pike salto, oh, she's out of the area. That will incur a 0.1 deduction. But apart from that small error, there are still no major errors in this routine. Everything rests on this last tumbling pass. Round off, flick-flack, double salto, good performance, Kylie.
Beautiful. Superb presentation.
For Kylie Shadbolt to round off the evening. She's very popular here in Brisbane. And there are the final standings for